What really happened to Bobby Dunbar after he disappeared on that fateful day in 1912? Was he truly found and returned to his family, or was there a shocking case of switched identity? Imagine a boy lost without a trace, a desperate search, and a mysterious child claimed by two families, each swearing he was their own. The court was forced to decide, but doubts and secrets lingered for decades. Then, nearly a century later, new DNA evidence changed everything. This isn't just a story about a missing child, it's a chilling mystery of identity, family, and deception that will keep you questioning what's real until the very end. Don't miss this unbelievable tale that has baffled generations and might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about lost children. Watch closely, because some truths are stranger than fiction. Disappearance in 1912. 4-year-old Bobby Dunbar went missing during a family fishing trip in Louisiana. The day started like any other, but it quickly turned into a nightmare. Bobby was playing near the water when suddenly, he disappeared without a trace. His parents and the entire community searched desperately for him. Days turned into weeks, and hope began to fade. The mystery of where Bobby had gone gripped everyone. No one knew if he had fallen into the river, been kidnapped, or wandered away lost in the woods. The disappearance shocked the family and the town, sparking one of the most puzzling missing child cases in history. Everyone prayed for Bobby's safe return, but the answers remained hidden, waiting to be uncovered. Search after Bobby Dunbar disappeared. The search for him began immediately. His family, friends, and even strangers joined the effort to find the lost boy. People looked everywhere, along the riverbanks, in the nearby woods, and in the surrounding towns. Posters with Bobby's picture were put up to help identify him, if anyone saw him. Despite all the efforts, days passed without any sign of the boy. The local police worked hard, but found no clues. The community grew anxious and hoped for good news. Then, after more than a month, a man named William Cantwell Walters found a boy in Mississippi who looked like Bobby. Walters claimed the child was the missing boy and took him to the Dunbar family. This discovery gave new hope, but soon questions about the boy's true identity would cause confusion and debate. The search that began with fear now turned into a complicated mystery. Found after weeks of searching, a breakthrough came when William Cantwell Walters found a boy in Mississippi who he believed was Bobby Dunbar. Walters was traveling with a boy named Bruce Anderson, who resembled the missing child. Walters took Bruce to Louisiana, where the Dunbar family saw him and believed he was their lost son Bobby. The family was overjoyed to be reunited, finally ending their nightmare. However, some people, including the boy's foster family, claimed Bruce was not Bobby Dunbar, but their own child. Despite these claims, the Dunbars insisted the boy was Bobby. The community also largely accepted the reunion. The boy grew up known as Bobby Dunbar, but the question of his true identity would not go away. What seemed like a happy ending soon turned into a confusing and troubling mystery that would last for decades. Identity, the question of the boy's true identity, became the heart of the Bobby Dunbar case. Although the Dunbar family was convinced the boy was their missing son, others were not so sure. The boy's foster parents, the Andersons, insisted that he was their child, Bruce Anderson, who had been lost for years. This created a bitter dispute between the two families. To settle the matter, the case went to court. During the trial, witnesses gave conflicting testimonies. Some said the boy looked like Bobby Dunbar, while others felt he was Bruce Anderson. The boy himself seemed confused and scared, unable to clearly explain who he really was. The court finally ruled in favor of the Dunbars, declaring the boy as Bobby Dunbar. But the Andersons never gave up their claim. This dispute led to a deep mystery about switched identities or possibly a stolen child. Many believed the boy might have been taken from the Anderson family and given to the Dunbars to replace their lost child. For years, the truth stayed hidden beneath layers of confusion and conflicting stories. The case raised important questions about identity, family, and justice that would haunt those involved for a lifetime. Despite the court's decision, many people still had serious doubts about the boy's true identity. Some questioned whether the Dunbars really had the right child. The Anderson family never accepted that the boy was Bobby Dunbar and insisted he was Bruce Anderson. Over time, rumors spread that the boy had been switched at birth or even stolen. This created confusion and suspicion in the community. The boy himself seemed uncertain about who he was. As he grew older, he showed little memory of the Dunbar family's past, and some thought he behaved more like a child from the Anderson family. These doubts made people question the entire story. Was Bobby Dunbar really found, or was there a terrible mistake? Did the Dunbars unknowingly raise another family's child? For decades, these questions remained unanswered. Even Bobby's own children later wondered about the truth. The doubts surrounding the case made it one of the most famous mysteries in American history. People were left wondering if the real Bobby Dunbar was still missing, and what had really happened all those years ago during that fishing trip in Louisiana. The mystery refused to go away. The confusion over Bobby Dunbar's identity led to a dramatic court case. Both the Dunbar family and the Anderson family claimed the boy was theirs. The judge had a tough job deciding who the child really belonged to. During the trial, witnesses shared different stories. Some swore the boy was Bobby Dunbar, while others believed he was Bruce Anderson. The boy himself was confused and scared, unable to clearly say who he was. Despite the doubts, the court ruled in favor of the Dunbar family and declared the boy to be Bobby Dunbar. This decision meant the boy would legally stay with the Dunbars. However, the Anderson family refused to give up. They insisted the boy was their son, Bruce Anderson, who had been missing for years. The case caused many to question the fairness of the trial and whether justice was truly served. Even after the court's ruling, the mystery didn't end. People continued to debate the boy's true identity, and the story became one of America's most famous and puzzling legal battles. The court's decision brought no final peace, only more questions and confusion. The truth about Bobby Dunbar's identity remained a mystery for decades. In 2004, DNA testing finally brought new light to the case. Scientists compared the DNA of Bobby Dunbar's son with that of the boy raised by the Dunbars. The results were shocking. The boy was not related to the Dunbar family at all. This proved that the child found by William Cantwell Walters was actually Bruce Anderson, the boy from Mississippi, and not Bobby Dunbar. This discovery confirmed the long-held suspicions of the Anderson family. It meant that the real Bobby Dunbar was never found and disappeared without a trace. The Dunbars had unknowingly raised another family's child for years. This truth changed the story from a happy reunion to a tragic tale of lost identity and mistaken assumptions. It showed how difficult it can be to uncover the facts in complicated cases. Even after more than 90 years, the mystery of Bobby Dunbar remains one of the most fascinating and heartbreaking stories in American crime history. The case reminds us that sometimes the truth is stranger and sadder than fiction. Thanks for watching. If you found this story about Bobby Dunbar as fascinating and mysterious as we did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more real crime stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. What would you do if you discovered the person you thought was family wasn't really who they seemed? Do you believe the court made the right decision, or was there a grave mistake? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you! And stay tuned for our next video, The Creepy Mystery of the Tamam Shud Cipher, a spy code left behind. Coming soon! You won't want to miss it.